I know for a fact this is a bad matchup for him. My fighting style compared to his is smoother, quicker, faster, with better timing, better accuracy. I just want to go in there, get a finish, put on another entertaining main event.
I've been looking for an opportunity like this. I'm treating this fight just as serious as I would take a title fight. This is the one that will take me there. More than getting there and fuck some shit up.
Hard and fast as you can throw it. Everything you got. 1, 2.
I'm from Chone, Manabi, Ecuador.
Hard, last 2.
The city's tiny. There's not much to do, you know.
There you go.
I was a headache growing up from my parents. I used to have a lot of energy.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, fuck, that was a hell of a problem. I was breaking things, putting things on fire, fighting in the street, getting my ass whooped, breaking windows, scratching cars. Everything that says don't do it, I will do it. I really think at some point they really didn't know what to do with me. And in school, it was almost every week they called my parents because I fucked up. Oh, cheated this, cheated that. I was like a torpedo. I was just going forward, finding trouble.
Just like that. Good job, man.
I was like 7 years old, and there was a karate school right in front of my house. I would tell my mom, please, please, like, there was just something about fighting. One day she was like, you know what, okay. First class was jab cross, spinning wheel kick to the stomach. And I was like, cool, pa-pa, boom, pa-pa, boom. The next day, I went to school and I told my friend, like, hey, check this out. Jab cross, punch the kid in the face, spinning wheel kick to the stomach, drop him, the kids are crying. I don't mean to do it, but I was just excited to show them what I learned the day before. That was my only class I had of karate. They took me off. So I was like, fuck. 10 years later, when I was like 16, my neighbor was training jiu-jitsu, and he's like, hey dude, I think this will be good for you to put your energy into something and stop fighting like a dumbass in the street. And I was like, cool. I went to the jiu-jitsu gym, you know, smoking a cigarette, show up, and I was like, hey man, I want to be a UFC fighter. And then the guy was like, you just sound like an idiot. And I was like, no man, this is gonna be my college, and then being the UFC will be my degree. And they were like, did you train before? I was like, I never trained in my life, but I really want to be a fighter. From that day until today, I never stopped training. I changed my life. Alcohol and cigarettes, not good, stop that. Partying like a maniac, not good, stop that. I stopped doing all the crazy shit I was doing before. Fighting just took me away from that and put me in a good path, because if I was just having fun and fuck around, there's a point you will eat some shit. My first pro fight, I was 17-year-old fighting this pro kickboxer. The guy is like a 35-year-old guy at the time. I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna kick my ass. Probably sparred a couple times in my life in this moment. So I was like, fuck, okay.
Time.
First round is over. I was out of gas. My arms were cramping. I was like, I look at my friends like, I don't want to do this, bro. What the fuck? I can do this. It's like, hey, don't be a bitch. You tell everybody you want to be a fighter. Now go in there and fight. And I was like, fuck. I can't go back. I'm here. Like, if I walk away, I will be the biggest bitch out there ever, right? So I said, fuck it. So I went in there, took the guy down, and amber him. And that feeling, I was like, holy fuck. There's no drug that give you that high. Winning a fight is something different. And I was like, I'm gonna put everything into fighting, and I'm gonna become the best fucking fighter in the world one day. And I'm pretty close to achieve that.
The very first UFC fighter from Ecuador, Marlon Chiso Vera. Now attacking with the armbar. He's got it. Tap, Chito Vera. Oh, huge head kick, and that is it. What a knockout. Beautiful body shot, cripples Burin. Chito Vera.
Man, big body shot.
He's a dedicated fighter and a real wild man. He's a real threat in this division to anybody. I mean, the dude fights so hard. He's constantly training, constantly learning, constantly growing. Oh! That's it.
Chito Vera gets the highlight he was looking for.
I look back and I'm like, it's crazy the way he made it. But I guess when you really want something, you make it happen somehow.
Nice hook.
Opportunity is everything in life. When you had a chance, go and get it. When they called me for this fight, I was happy, I was stoked, and I'm just grateful. It's making history for me. Now I'm just not the first Ecuadorian in the UFC, I'm the first guy fighting a main event, and I'm gonna go in there and kick some ass.
30 seconds. He's hungry and he's clawing his way to the top. He's got 19 UFC fights, you know, so he's been doing this, you know, he's been under this light, but he's been under the radar. This is a fight that has him coming out and letting everybody know he's campaigning for the title.
Font is a great fighter. He comes forward, he punches hard, he's a big guy. I'm prepared. I've been training really hard since my last fight. I'm always staying ready because the moment you're like, you think you're good enough or you're tough enough, that's the moment somebody's gonna come, kick your ass, and make your family cry. So, I want that? Fuck no. I wanna break him, I wanna kick his ass, I wanna put pressure, and I wanna let him know it's my time. I'm gonna make another statement, and I'm gonna go big.
Fucking Maine. That's like a Maine day.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be closer to this place. It's still pretty like.
It's at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, at least.
Cartel, it's the squad, it's the team, it's the, you know, it's the boys, it's the brotherhood.
We were both climbing the ranks in New England mixed martial arts. I ended up eventually training with Rob, but we knew who we were through the local circuit, MMA around here anyway in New England.
I got introduced to MMA 2008, 2009. We put together a team in the Cartel. Been training with the squad ever since. I'm excited to see how far we can take this and how we can change the New England MMA scene.
I remember like seeing how a lot of gyms work, and I just always just felt comfortable with what we were doing here.
Credit to us for trusting our gut and sticking, you know, to the roots here and breaking the mold, creating something special around here, not only for us but for the next, you know, generation of fighters from the area.
Having Calvin Cater as a training partner, understanding what I'm going through, understanding the importance of making sure we get this right is huge. We've been through a lot. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but he's my best friend, my brother, and it keeps me enthusiastic about going to the gym and even more about fighting.
Keep attacking, keep moving them.
Listen. Nice. Calvin and Rob are like brothers. Started out as foes. They were supposed to fight each other. I would never let it happen. I said, you guys don't need to fight each other. You should be training together. You guys should both go to the UFC and push each other. And now there's so much respect there.
You're out there.
It's the yin and yang, you know. Sometimes Rob's got the momentum and he's pulling Calvin up. And then sometimes Calvin's got the momentum, he's pulling Rob up. And those guys, without each other, I don't think either one of them are achieving what they're achieving now in the UFC.
Flip. Right there.
They're reaching new heights because of each other, and it really is a symbiotic relationship.
On.
It's just that constant back and forth, elevating, motivating, and inspiring each other to just go out there and get after it, because he's a tough motherfucker, man, and every day, you know, we're trying to one-up each other. He does 2 reps, I'm trying to do 3. And it really, I think, elevates us further than had we ever just competed against each other, you know? For a short grab, this is a long-term grab.
Spawn, push the head, nice.
Knowing that I got a solid partner behind me, I'm not worried about what's next and what's in the future, what else could go wrong or could go right. I'm just enjoying the moment and living a dream come true with my brothers.
I couldn't believe your ass made 35. I still don't. I swear this kid, he's got a grip like a 45er, feels like a 55er.
What's more impressive, the fact that he makes 35 and the fact that I ever made 55?
Shredded.
You know, young fighters look up to Rob and they're like, I want to do what he's doing. He came into the sport saying, I want to go to the UFC with no experience at all. And I want to go to the UFC and I want to be a world champion. And just little by little, he just keeps doing whatever it takes to make it happen. And I think he's a good example for young fighters everywhere to just like put your head down, work hard, don't make excuses, and just keep improving.
I started this pretty late, so I feel like I'm still figuring out small little details to techniques that are basic. You know, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface on figuring out how to compete with the top guys and, you know, win these 5-round fights.
Rob Font is a beast. You don't find many violent guys like Rob Font.
Font with a flurry.
Oh! The New England Cartel making a big statement tonight. Big elbow, big shots. That's it! Rob Font in a big way! Well, Font is executing his game perfectly.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect. Steps back, uppercut, bang. Yeah, Rob's on fire right now. It's almost like he can't miss. Speed, the technique, and the will to win as well.
Don't forget our footwork. Stamp everything to manage distance.
Finish. April 30th, I'm fighting Chito Vera, another big fight, tough opponent. Marlon Vera was definitely not on my radar. He's the number 8 ranked fighter, so I'm technically fighting backwards.
Give me more fencing, Rob.
But, you know, that's all noise. If you're thinking about the ranking as you're in the cage, you're in the wrong spot. So come fight night, I will not be thinking about ranking. I'm just thinking about getting this guy out of there as soon as possible.
Chito's a game opponent. He's well-rounded. He just finds ways to win. You know, he's gritty. He's kind of like a blue-collar guy. He's just going to come. He's going to come forward. He's going to get in your face. I think if you look at the two styles between Rob and Chito, he's aggressive. He's a little bit wild. He's a little bit unpredictable. And on the other side, you get Rob, who's like a really skilled striker. He's tactical. He's going to be patient. He's going to wait for the perfect shot.
I believe he needs chaos for him to win this fight. He needs me to be there, standing right in front of him, going blow for blow for him to catch me. And you know, I plan on not doing that. I plan on picking him apart, and I plan on finishing him as well.
Maria, my wife, she's the reason I get my head in between my shoulders. She keep me focused. And she's the one that been there before anybody was there. She helped me become who I am. Even before I started fighting, she was sitting there telling me, that's cool, you can make it happen. And I'm so glad we still together to this moment. I remember when we moved together to our first place. She got pregnant. I was 18, she was 17. Like, it was like, fuck. It was 2 kids playing, mom and dad. The first day I remember, she cooked for me, and I can remember that like it was yesterday. A raw, cooked piece of meat, couldn't even chew it. The rice was almost raw, and a bunch of corn on top of that. You know, I had 2 options. I could be a dick and tell her that was awful, or I can tell her, thanks, babe, this is great. Thanks for my plate of food.
Thank you.
¿Algo más?
No, sorry, I remember it was hard to eat, but you know, you grind it out. If you love your wife, you will eat it and tell her thank you. And we always talk about it. We always laugh about it because, you know, instead of being a dick, be nice and say thank you. You know. Back then I was a shitty fighter too, and she never told me that. 10 years of marriage. I think it's a beautiful story. We met in 4th grade. We got 3 beautiful kids, and now we're here.
¿Algo más?
No.
¿Fruta?
No.
¿Banana?
No.
At the beginning, we had really rough days because it was like, I don't get a fight. Like, he was texting every single promotion in Latin America and for free, fighting for free. We in that time, we already had 1 daughter, and it was like extra money that we needed.
¿Está rico?
Sí.
Our daughter was born with a special condition. Moebius syndrome is a neurological disease when 2 nerves are affected, and one of them is like control the eye movement, and the other is like the muscles from the face. He said, like, I'm not going to rest until I see my daughter smile.
When you're 18 years old, you're not making a fucking dollar. I talked to this specialist, and just the surgery alone was like 80 grand, and I was like, fuck. She got these muscles from here attached to the muscles from close to the ear, so she can have that smile. Qué guapa.
Sí.
Pretty girl. Back then, 80 grand sounds like I would never have that money in my pocket then. I made it to the UFC. I was the happiest person on planet Earth. I remember back then we were talking to my wife like, okay, we have, we make some money. We're doing the surgery first, and then I find a way to make the money again. My dad never had one job. My dad will do anything to provide. He does anything to make sure the family is okay. So that's my role in life now for my family. My first win in life was collecting the money for my daughter. I don't want to be in a situation that my daughter is 18 years old and she will ask me, like, if there was a surgery for me, why you never did it? I can tell her all the excuses in the world. I don't have the money, we had to buy a house, but at the end of the day, that would be a failure. What can be worth more than a kid's smile? And that's the biggest win I will ever have in my life.
The first time he had his fight, I was in Vegas, and he won. I looked like a lovesick puppy dog, like, oh, I love you. Because I was beaming with pride and joy. Oh, my God. The first time in Tampa, that's when I got really emotional. We went to the mall, and somebody says, hey, you're Rob Font. Can I have your autograph? I'm like, oh, my God, that's my son. He's somebody. And that's how it is. Even walking downtown Haverhill. Yep, it makes me. That's when I feel the pride. Every time he starts training, he's like, okay, fight camp. He's 100%. Yep, discipline. And he's cute too. He's a good-looking man there.
My mother's been a huge influence on my life. Being a single parent can't be easy. I couldn't imagine trying to raise me and 2 other kids, work a job, and go to school all at the same time. Watching her go through all her struggles and put her head down. I definitely believe my work ethic comes from my mother. She showed me, how to persevere and how to stay strong and get through the tough parts of your life. She always showed me how to put my hands up and protect myself as well, so she's probably the main reason I'm fighting now.
I am a very proud mother. It makes me feel like I did a job well done. It's not an easy job. No matter what the adversity is, you have to keep going. And even if you don't succeed, you can get all W's. But the point is in trying and just taking pride in your work ethic.
Coming off a loss always sucks. My mother's always the first one to call, give me, words of encouragement. She always reminds me that there's always more to learn off the losses and obviously the wins. Just sport is rough, and if you don't have a short memory and a sense of humor with this, it's gonna be a hard night every time you go out there.
This is a massive moment for the leader of the New England cartel. and Rob Font has the game to get the job done tonight against the legend Jose Aldo.
The Aldo fight, it was a tough fight, veteran. Felt like a no-brainer to take, but it was still a risky fight. I broke my orbital off the first big right hand he landed, and couldn't really recover from there. And he's picked his shots, and you know, hurting me so early in the first round. Everything else he touched me with was just it was hurting me. I'm seeing 3 Aldos. I'm trying to figure it out, and before you know it, the last bell rings and the fight's over, and we're sitting back like, what the fuck? You know, we learn from those situations, and you know, I feel like I really am gonna bounce back even better.
You know, we went 5 hard rounds with him. You know, he damaged us, we damaged him, but we were in the fight the whole time. A couple punches made a big difference at the end, but we all left that fight as a team knowing that Rob belongs at the top.
Double. Okay. One more.
Coming out of losses, there's always like you're trying to change things, figure out what went wrong, make sure it doesn't happen again. But at this level in the top 5, the branches are so thin that whoever makes the slightest mistake first usually pays, and that's what happened in that last fight. It's always easier to get in a fighter's head a little bit after a loss because you say, hey, listen, like, look what just happened. Here's what we need you to fix that. I think our team dynamic really does help these guys come back from losses. Everybody's looking at each other like, what could I have done better, you know? Because everybody's responsible when we lose, just like everybody's responsible when we win.
Life goes on, and I'm just here to try to keep pushing forward. Put the work in and trust the right people. I think I found the right people to point me in the right directions to get to where I need to be. We get back to work, and we gotta get back on a winning streak.
I have one plan, and that plan is becoming a world champion, and I'm close, but I can be very far at the same time. That's why I take this job very serious. I can talk all crazy shit right now. I can tell you all these Superman things I'm gonna do. You gotta fucking fight.
Come fight night, the story's gonna end with my hand raised, beating Chito Vera. I'm trying to get in there and get out as soon as possible. So whatever presents itself, I'm taking advantage of it. TKO, I'm taking it, or submission, I'm taking it. Ultimate goal is to make it entertaining for the fans, bring back that belt, gotta level up, just keep winning. Yeah, they can't deny me.